Hey there! A group of tourists heads to Brazil for a vacation, but they soon realize the dangers lurking in an unfamiliar place. It all kicks off in the lush landscapes of Brazil. A bus is cruising along, carrying a mix of people, including some American tourists. Alex, the guy in the cap, sitting next to his sister B, with her gorgeous friend Amy nearby, Prue with her braids, and then there's Liam and Finn, the total creep. We notice the driver's handling the bus like a maniac, nearly crashing into another car while trying to overtake a motorcycle. Later, he tries again and succeeds, but on a sharp turn, he doesn't see some kids surfing. Swerving to avoid them, he almost sends the bus plummeting into a ravine. Alex yells for everyone to climb out through the windows, and they scramble out, including the driver. Luckily, they make it out alive, though the driver barely hangs on. They watch as the bus tumbles down and smashes to bits. B, Alex, and the others go to grab their luggage. There, they meet Finn, who says the girls are total fire. Alex snaps back that one of them is his sister. B meets Creepo, Finn, and Liam too. Amy greets them, eyeing Liam. Alex goes to argue with the driver and runs into Prue, who turns out speaks Portuguese. She says the next bus to Recife won't come for another 10 hours. Liam and Finn realize they got on the wrong bus. They thought they were headed to Florianopolis, where rumor has it there are 10 nymphomaniacs for every guy. While they wait, B chats with a local girl and snaps a photo, but the girl's dad spots her and yells at her to stop. He lunges at B, and Alex steps in to protect his sister. Prue explains that photographing kids is a no-go here, and Finn grumbles that a simple warning would have sufficed. Prue adds that locals are on edge because of rumors that tourists steal kids' organs. Spotting 2 women with drinks, they learn there's a beach bar nearby and decide to head there. What could go wrong? Nothing, right? They walk for a few minutes, thrilled to see the beach, change into swimsuits, and dive in. Alex and Prue go to grab drinks and meet the bartender, Kami. Meanwhile, a waitress comes by, and Liam and Finn greet her with cheek kisses. A bit later, Sven and Amelia, a Swedish tourist couple, show up. They rave about how amazing this place is. Cheap food, drinks, and lodging. Liam declares they're not leaving until they've spent every last dime. Alex argues that staying means missing the bus. His sister thinks another one will come, or someone will give them a ride. Meanwhile, Zamora, a Brazilian doctor, gets a call from Kami, who says new patients have arrived. Next, we see the tourists playing soccer. Prue steps aside to rest, and Kiko, a young Brazilian guy, approaches her, saying he's learning English and wants to practice. As Alex walks by, they hit it off. He introduces Kiko to his sister and Amy. Later, everyone's partying, dancing, and drinking. Kiko dances with B and Amy, while the bartender dances with Liam, who's over the moon and leaves with her. The waitress smiles at Finn, and he asks her name but can't pronounce it, so he showers her with kisses to make up for it. Alex and Prue talk about some naughty stuff. Finn and the waitress slip away for a quick hookup, but afterward, she demands payment for her services. He refuses and storms off with his cash. Back at the party, Finn sees the Swedes passed out. Prue starts feeling dizzy, and everything gets blurry. The next morning, they're all sprawled out on the sand. B wakes up, and Alex helps her up. He says they've been robbed. Money, passports, even their shoes are gone. At the same time, the Swedish couple is being carried off and laid on the ground. While the kidnappers mess around with some interesting drugs, Sven unties himself and frees Amelia. The others notice. Amelia, bound and gagged, makes a run for it, but a kidnapper chases her down. Just as he's about to grab her, she falls into a ravine, hits her head, and dies. Meanwhile, the group of 6 sets off to find help. Prue asks a local woman where the police station is. She says it's at the end of the street on the left. On the way, Alex spots Sven's motorcycle, walks over, and calls out. A stranger appears, and Alex says the bike's owner is his friend. Suddenly, a bunch of kids show up, one wearing Alex's cap. The kids bolt, and Liam and Finn chase them. One kid throws a rock at them. Furious, Liam runs faster, grabs a rock, and hits the kid's cap. The locals see this and get pissed. Liam didn't mean to hurt anyone, but an angry woman slaps him. It feels like they're about to get lynched, but Kiko shows up and stands up for them. They explain they got robbed. Kiko says the whole village knows, and there's no police here. If there were, they wouldn't help anyway. They head to his house, where he grabs some stuff, tells his mom he's helping his friends, and says goodbye. They ask where he's taking them. Kiko explains that the villagers are looking for the kid's dad, and if they find him, things will get ugly. So he'll take them to his uncle's house. They consider waiting for the bus, but Kiko says the next one's not coming for 2 days. They decide to head to his uncle's. After hours of walking, they still haven't arrived. Meanwhile, Dr. Zamora meets with the kidnappers who took the Swedes and kills one for disobeying. The group reaches a waterfall. Kiko says he's going to jump off it. B begs him not to, but the others cheer him on. Like a pro, he dives in, Aquaman style on a budget. Kiko wants to show them some caves. Liam and Amy stay behind to get up to something more interesting, while the rest follow the Brazilian. They swim, holding their breath, and reach a secret spot. Kiko's thrilled to have his gringo friends, but suddenly gets serious, saying they should head back to the village. He can convince the locals they're not bad, but since the village is 10 hours away, they decide to keep going to his uncle's. They return to the waterfall and catch Liam and Amy making out. Perverts, Finn jokes. He asks Kiko to show off his jump. Alex and Prue jump too, but not as boldly as the Brazilian. Kiko dives again, but when he surfaces, they see he's bleeding. They rush to help him. Alex thinks he hit a rock. With the village too far, they decide to carry him to his uncle's. 10 minutes later, they arrive, shouting for anyone, but no one answers. Kiko's wound is serious. Prue finds medicine, and Finn grabs a stapler to stitch it up. Kiko screams in pain, but quietly stumbles to a room and passes out on a bed. Alex finds clothes. Amy finds food in the pantry. While rummaging, Alex discovers passports from different countries and a Swiss army knife, which he hides. That night, they eat the food they found. As they rest, they hear a helicopter approaching. Kiko wakes up, and they ask who it is. He says it's his uncle. Kiko heads to the helicopter and tells his uncle these gringos saved his life and aren't bad. Turns out, his uncle is Dr. Zamora. What a twist. Damn! More people arrive, unloading stuff from the helicopter. Kiko begs them not to hurt his friends, but one kidnapper shoves Finn, forces Amy to sit, and a long-haired thug drags Liam in. Zamora, fed up with Kiko, shoos him away like a dog. Kiko grabs his stuff and leaves. They grab Prue by the hair, and Alex tries to protect her, but takes a machete blow to the stomach. Amy wakes up in an operating room, where they inject her and smear something on her stomach. Prue, Alex, B, and Liam are locked in cages, while a tied-up Finn watches Zamora cut into Amy's body. Zamora rants that in America, people wait 7 years for a kidney. But when a rich gringo wants an organ, they come to Brazil and take it from locals, claiming Americans have always stolen their organs. Alex pulls out the stolen knife and passes it to B, who cuts her ropes and frees Prue. Meanwhile, Zamora harvests Amy's organs and plans to do the same to the others, even their pretty white butts, to send to the village hospital. Zamora steps out and catches a thug messing around with something more interesting. Furious, he yells to bring another prisoner. The thug goes for Prue, but she fights back, landing blows. He's about to shoot, but Kiko jumps in, stabbing him with a knife. Kiko grabs the keys and frees the others. Alex tells Prue and B to wait by the waterfall while he and Liam rescue Finn and Amy. They grab the dead thug's weapon just in case. Liam slips through a window and threatens the woman who sedated Finn. Meanwhile, Zamora and the long-haired thug, Yamoru, learn their guy's been killed and the prisoners escaped. Alex peeks out and sees Amy's dead body. Liam helps Finn climb out the window, but Yamoru spots them. Liam shoots and Yamoru ducks. They run, but Yamoru shoots Finn in the head, killing him. Alex and Kiko escape, while Liam, enraged, fires wildly, but Yamoru hits him in the leg and knocks him out with a rifle butt. Zamora scolds him for damaging the merchandise. They stop arguing and drag Liam inside. At dawn, Alex reunites with his sister. Kiko says they need to go. Unfortunately, they spot Zamora and his goon closing in. They hide in Kiko's secret spot. They swim and find Prue, who's been hiding there all night. They keep swimming until they reach a cave, but Zamora and Yamoru are there too. Zamora shoots and hits Kiko, who dies. The others escape as best they can, swimming through to another cave. Zamora searches for them, but in the dark, Alex tackles him and knocks him down. He grabs a rock and bashes Zamora's head repeatedly. B screams for him to stop. Yamaru appears and Zamora orders him to kill the gringos. Prue begs for mercy. Yamaru, fed up with the abuse, shoots Zamora. They brace for the worst, but Yamaru turns out not to be a villain. He walks away, leaving them be. After hours of walking, they meet two kids who bring their dad, wielding a machete. He doesn't harm them, but feeds them and tends their wounds. Later, a plane arrives, and Alex, B, and Prue prepare to board. They take off, and with 3 survivors heading home, the movie ends. So, Turistas is a gripping thriller that I really enjoyed overall. Pros: the awesome vibe of the Brazilian jungle, killer cinematography, and solid acting from Melissa George and Josh Duhamel. The story keeps you on edge, playing on the fear of being vulnerable in a foreign land. Cons: it's predictable at times, and the characters sometimes make boneheaded choices. But all in all, it's a solid survival horror flick that hooks you with its adrenaline. If you're into the genre, check it out. What do you think? Drop your thoughts in the comments.